And hello and welcome to this week's edition of Black Knights Weekly. I'm Heath Trabu, coming to you from the North Area Post right by the Hudson River. We have a great show lined up for you. Trenton Turrentine of the football team will tell us why he wears his number. Robbie Hill of the men's golf team teaches us how to hit a flop shot, and we'll preview the weekend ahead in Army athletics. But first, this week's Cadet Spotlight features the sophomore goalkeeper of the men's soccer team, Winston Bolt.
Hi, I'm Winston Bolt. I'm a sophomore on the soccer team, and I play goalkeeper here at West Point. My major is going to be international relations and Portuguese. I'm doing a double major. I'm really excited to start taking some of those classes in the spring. My goal on a day-to-day basis is to give the team the best opportunity to win that they can, and one of the ways that I can do that is show another team that I've got the presence that I have in the box, and that they can't bring the ball in the box without me coming to get it. So. Like I said, that's just another way for me to solidify our back and the defense and give us some confidence going forward. The outcome of the first few games has been better than the outcome of the games after that, especially for a stretch there where we had a little bit of a losing streak going. But I think that we've responded well as a team. We've had a few injuries and stuff like that, and the season's kind of taken a toll like it always has. But like I said, we've responded well, and I think these past few games have been our best games performance-wise. Although, any team has their issues, on and off the field, I think we do a great job of taking care of those things and, working with each other, like I said, on and off the field, and just, focusing on playing the game and having some fun. I think we do a great job. We're a very young team, so a lot of the guys that you wouldn't expect to be leaders on the field because of their age have had to step up, whether they're comfortable with that or not. And I think a lot of those guys have done a really good job, and I think they're going to do a great job going forward. Next year we're going to have a group of sophomores that are going to be playing like juniors and seniors, and that's something we talked about at the beginning of the year too, that these guys have to be prepared for.
And that's sophomore goalkeeper on the men's soccer team, Winston Bolt. Up next, what's your number and night school?
Army takes on Ball State on October 27th.
Coming up, the men's golf team gives us a much-needed short game lesson, but first, Trenton Turrentine of the football team tells us why he wears his number.
I'm Trenton Turrentine. I'm a sophomore here at West Point, and I wear number 6. Well, the first reason is, number one reason is I wore number 6 all throughout high school. So there's a little sentimental value there. And the second reason is my boy Jeffrey Bacon. He wore 27 as a freshman, and he switched to 6. And that's my best friend here. So now it's a friendly competition, number 6, to see who's the best number 6 on the field at any given time. So it's just a friendly rivalry.
Hi, I'm Robbie Hill, and I'm a sophomore on the men's golf team, and today I'm going to teach you how to hit a flop shot. So to hit a flop shot, first of all, you want to adjust your stance. You want a little more open stance than normal. Put it a little bit up on your front foot. Lay the face nice and open just so the club can get under the ball. And when you're hitting it, you want to really focus on light hands and also keeping that right hand under to keep the face open the entire time, and then holding it as you hit it. So it should look something like this. If you follow all those steps, you should now be able to hit the flop shot. Thanks for watching. Please come out and support us Monday and Tuesday as we take on Air Force and Navy at Trump National in New Jersey at the Service Academy Classic. Thanks.
Lots of action this weekend for the Black Knights. Weekend previews up next.
This is Scott Swanson, Director of Strength and Conditioning at West Point, with our training tip of the week. Remember, always consult your doctor before starting any exercise program. Again, sports are a great way to round out your workout regimen. And here are some drills that you can use. First, we have pogo hops, 3 to 5 sets by 5 to 10 seconds. Lateral line hops, Again, 3 to 5 sets, 5 to 10 seconds of work. Lateral shuffle drill, ball drop reaction. And that is your training tip of the week.
Hi, I'm Katie Wacker from the Army Women's Soccer Team.
And I'm Carrie Hearn from the Army Women's Volleyball Team.
This weekend we're both taking on Navy and American.
So come support us at Gillis Fieldhouse and Clinton Field.
Go
Army, beat Navy.
And those volleyball games will be Friday at 8 p.m. against Navy and Saturday at 4 p.m. against American. Women's soccer goes Friday at 7 p.m. against Navy and then Sunday at 1 p.m. against American. Also this weekend, starting things off, will be women's tennis. They host ITAs. Here's head coach Paul Peck.
And this weekend we are hosting the USTA ITA Northeast Regionals. This tournament that qualifies players for the National Indoors, which will be played in November at the U.S. Open in Flushing Meadow. So all the schools in the East region, the Northeast region, are represented. We have over 50 schools that will be participating. The tournament's going to start Friday morning, the 19th of October, and go till the finals, which will be in the afternoon of the 23rd of October. So it's 5 days of competition, both singles and doubles. Should be exciting. The top players in the East will be competing, as well as our players, Aaron Colton and Jamila Paul, will also be competing, and they're actually ranked in the doubles. So we're looking forward to a great day of tennis, or a great weekend of tennis, and hopefully you can come by and watch the play.
The men's tennis team will also take part in ITAs. They'll spend the weekend in New Haven, Connecticut. Also on Friday, swimming and diving heads to Amherst, Mass. They'll take on UMass at 5 p.m. Men's ice hockey plays host to Sacred Heart, 7:05 start from Tate Rink. And a pair of teams face off against Navy. Things get started at 7 p.m. Clinton Field, where the women's soccer team will host their Service Academy rival. Here's head coach Fred Thompson.
Yeah, obviously a huge weekend coming up for us. Army, Navy is probably the biggest game these kids are going to play up until we play something bigger, which we hope we'll do in a couple weeks after that. It's going to be interesting. Navy's been on a roll. They've won a lot of games. You know, they came up against a tough test with Colgate and still managed to get a tie out of that. So we know it's going to be a tough game, but I think we're ready to play. I'd like to tell you a little bit about American, but to be honest with you, we're in the playoffs right now. So because of how we ended up in the first 3 games, we have to win every single game. And so right now our total focus is how do we win on Friday. After that, we'll just dive straight in here, back into the office right after the game is over and get working on American. But I feel actually that we have enough talent if we just keep pulling it together, keep working hard, keep getting chances. We'll do very well on Friday, and I think that momentum will roll into Sunday. And I think we'll be pretty happy when the weekend is over.
Volleyball will also take on the Midshipmen. Their game starts at 8 p.m. from Gillis Fieldhouse. Here's head coach Alma Cavacci.
Yes, Heath, it's a big weekend with Navy and American. Of course, it's a great rivalry we have with Navy, and everyone is really excited to play Navy, and the fans also are part of it. So we're very excited about that. Again, we are going to focus on the fundamentals of volleyball, on serving and passing and playing aggressively. If we focus on the process, the outcome will take care of itself. With American, another big, obviously powerful team, big blocks. We're going to focus again on making sure that we attack quickly and we serve and pass well. Very excited about this weekend. Yes, you mentioned Colgate, but right now we have Navy and American, and we'll focus on making sure that we play and compete well this weekend.
Saturday begins with the football team taking on Eastern Michigan and Ypsilanti, Michigan. That's a 12 p.m. start. That game available live on ESPN3. Then Sprint football hosts Princeton. It's senior day at Shea Stadium starting at 1 p.m. Here's the head coach of the Black Knights, Lieutenant Colonel Mark West.
You know, this group is special in that it was my first recruiting class. It's a large group of seniors, largest group I've ever had. We've got 18 seniors this year on the team, and they've shown great leadership as expected. This year. They tasted a championship a couple of years ago, and as sophomores, and I know that they'd like nothing more than to end their careers, with another championship under their belts. They've done a lot for this program, and I'm proud of them. But again, they're not satisfied yet. So so this Saturday will be a special day for them as we recognize their final home game. And, I'm sure going on the road against Navy, they'll be amped up for that one as well. So we're expecting great things from them these last 2 games.
Saturday night we'll also see volleyball's senior night. They take on American at 4 p.m. in Gillis. Men's soccer travels to Bucknell in a 7 p.m. start. Rifle heads to Kentucky where they'll take on Murray State. And the hockey team sees the back end of their double dip against Sacred Heart, 7:05 start from Tate Rink. Sunday, Rifle will stay in the state of Kentucky, but they'll take on UK. And women's soccer will host their senior day against American. That's a 1 p.m. start from Clinton Field. And that's your weekend preview. And that's all we have for you on this edition of Black Knights Weekly. Until next time, go Army, beat Navy.